You're on a path.
We're on the path in the woods.
You're here to slay her.
We're gonna slay a princess and save the world.
It will be...
The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
X the doubt. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Maybe. Maybe. Oh wow, okay, I'm sold, let's get this over with. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Given the path I am planning, I'm gonna go with this new option of, okay, I'm sold, let's get this over with.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Am I a bad enough dude to save the princess, Stray? I saved her just now. And she was awesome. Until I broke her by asking her, you know, like when you get stuck in a loop with your significant other when you're like, hey, what do you want to eat? I don't know, what do you feel like eating? I don't know, what do you feel like eating? I'm not really in the mood for anything in particular. Is there anything that you want? I could go for this or that. You know, I put her into one of those loops and she completely broke. And, then we went to a dark place.
A warning. Before you go any further, she will lie.
I know the warning, it's okay.
We're not gonna go through
Don't worry.
this, right?
Gonna be okay.
She's a princess. We're supposed to ignore him. He doesn't know.
Proceed to the cabin. To the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely the blade.
Regular cabin with the blade, but we're gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
So, I have to try to remember how to do this because I accomplished this particular vessel on my first playthrough, and thankfully I just edited a video of my first playthrough. So I think I remember the path to doing this. Because the vessel I need to get to is the tower, not the adversary. If I do the adversary, there is, I think, 2 paths I can go to that I haven't done yet. But I really want to get to this other particular path because I want her to step on me. Job, Meta, don't judge over there. I know what I'm about. Metta's over here
The door
judging
to the
me.
basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
She is the
It's
one in
almost as if
charge
she's
down
the one
here.
in charge down here.
Uh-huh.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Manipulate me harder, baby. I'm gonna say, hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Didn't we do the razor already, Kohu? Wait, hold on. Let me look at my route thing. Where's razor? Is it on the bottom? No, but Razor is one of the ones I'm aiming for after this. No, we haven't seen Razor yet. Razor has a ridiculous number of options, and I think Razor actually leads to like another ending. So I do want to do that one, but there were two in particular I really wanted to do. So. Last time I said, hey, I think I'm here to kill you, so I'm gonna say that again.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Because I think I need to hesitate to give her power over
you
me.
gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task.
Yep, she's
at
totally a threat.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yes, I am. I'm so tempted to take the new dialogue, but I also don't want to screw up with what route I get, you know? And I know that at the very least, there's one way I can go to do this. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna take that route. I'm just... I have to come back this way anyway. Oh.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
No,
She
I'm
makes
gonna
a
hold on
compelling
to the
point.
knife.
What if we just dropped the blade and
Because that's what I
look at
did
her.
last
It's not like
time.
she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine.
I'm gonna tighten my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are
Yeah, I'm
shaking.
totally scared
Are
of you.
you scared of me?
A little, yeah.
Because you should.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right?
Yes,
And if
definitely
that
a
knife
reason.
Is the only weapon you have? You'll have to get close enough to use it. So,
Okay.
you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. I'm gonna say, are you sure she's not armed? I don't think that's gonna screw anything up.
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
She is the weapon.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us
shit.
can be civilized with each other?
I might have fucked myself. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Here we go. I gotta squint.
You stare at the princess, squinting.
She's gonna squint back.
She squints back.
Now I'm gonna squint
The two
harder.
of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Hell yeah.
You squint even harder. So does she.
At least nobody's dying right now.
You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep
And then the choice is I'm gonna choose to slay the
charging
princess.
It's blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved
Oh
correct.
shit.
A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and
I shouldn't have taken the new option. Or maybe... No, wait. I might have gotten it.
blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with
Holy
strokes of
shit.
red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
I'm gonna die.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die.
The wound in your neck is too much for you to bear, and you collapse to the floor of the basement, rapidly bleeding out. The princess stands over you with an intense curiosity as you fade away.
Oops.
Oops, I did it again, chat.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, so hopefully I get the tower and not the adversary. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit!
You're on
That
a
wasn't
path
on!
in
Oh,
the
I
woods,
can't read charts,
and at the end
chat!
of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I can't read charts! Holy shit! Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We haven't done this route yet. It wasn't what I was going for. It is on the chart. It is on the chart, actually. I just can't read, is the problem. I'm a dingus. Alright. Yeah, it literally says right there, Hidden Blade. It's all because I took that one dialogue option. A single dialogue change. A single one that I took for an explore option that I hadn't taken prompted the Hidden Blade, which got me in the Razor. Aw, I'm glad I'm your dingus. Okay. Alright, so completely new route. I'm trying to debate right now on if I want to go armed or unarmed. I started this whole thing going in armed, and I'm kind of tempted to just keep doing armed.
You're here to slay her. If you don't...
It's the end of the world, got it. Okay. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No,
Yeah.
You don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Nope, it's not.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
What voice do I have?
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just
He
going
did.
to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again. Stabbed to death?
Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, about that, narrator.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't.
Guess what?
But it turns out
She did.
she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Shreds, you say?
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
I've asked this question already, but I'm curious to see what the cheated says. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask it.
Those are two very different
Very different
but
questions,
fine.
yes,
I'll
indulge me.
you if- let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me.
Second
Or at least,
version.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died. Which
Died because we
probably
didn't
only
listen
happened-
to you.
We did exactly what you said.
Yeah, as the hero said. This time, we did exactly what you said.
Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare. In which case, I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather
Consequences. We're gonna say there were no consequences.
We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back to where they started. Yes, but in this purely
Did time
hypothetical
rewind,
scenario,
or did we go to
that
a
begs
new
the question,
world?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived
No,
happily
everybody
ever
got
after?
murked.
Or
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
at least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right?
Yeah,
If you turn
yeah.
around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. She just
No,
caught
no,
us by
totally.
surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So long as we're careful, we can win this.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure. Just, you know, I'm gonna throw this out here, chat. I'm pretty sure that if she wanted to, she could do it twice.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
I'm gonna go ahead and proceed to the cabin at this point. I know we could get some other voice lines with the cheated, but I don't want to linger too long on some things. And besides, we'll be coming back here eventually. Lie, cheat, and steal. Got it.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Haven't played this game before, I understand why you're in denial, but let me tell you something, buddy. It's not just a river in Egypt.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Alright, I'm gonna take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks
Ooh,
open, revealing
I don't
what
like
must once
it.
have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
I'm very curious as to what this princess is gonna look like.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view,
Interesting.
her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
No.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
No. If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? You remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we talk things through? I don't have the key. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. Holy crap, this one has a lot of dialogue. What happened after you died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat last time? Nobody has to die? Okay. What are you going to do if I let you out? Okay, fine, I'm coming closer to free you. You better not try anything. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Turn around and leave. Screw it. Slay the princess. Let's see. I'm gonna say, if I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No, I wouldn't stab you.
Oh my god.
Just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
For no reason at all.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
She does.
But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
No. I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look
Mhm.
like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
Couple more times, actually. Hold on.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
Yes.
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
All right. I'm going to say... You remember what happened last time?
Last time, if someone came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open, surely I would remember that.
Doubt.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
This princess is a horrible liar.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen. Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie?
Yes!
Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't
Yes!
happen just so I could stab you again?
Again. Again, she says.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
No, you have a knife. Bygones be bygones. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat last time.
That doesn't sound like me.
It absolutely sounds like you!
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about?
Oh my
I don't have
God.
a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
This is amazing.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
This is bullshit. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife. Yep, prove it.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
No.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
She's holding it between her butt cheeks, chat. I know it.
And empty sleeves, too. Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
But what if you're hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret.
You could have butt cheeks of steel, man, and you were just clenching. Look, I'm just saying, it's possible. Pulling out the old McStabby from the chocolate pocket.
Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
Doubt. Doubt.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
And we talk things through. Nobody has to die. Nobody has to die.
Of course not! At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored now. I think I finally did it, chat. I think I finally did it. I think I finally knocked her out of it.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. Shit.
There she
In a
is!
sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Her arm was the knife the whole time. This bitch is about to fuck me up.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do?
We fight!
At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
Hmm.
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment.
We duel as in atoms.
She looks down at them with something
She's gonna cut her
between
arm
annoyance
off.
and confusion.
She's gonna cut her arm off, guys. Yeah.
Then she slices through her arm.
Yep.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
Nope.
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
Block!
Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it.
Block!
And use it you do. But unfortunately for you and for the entire
Oh, this is
world,
bullshit. Why are we
you are
outmatched?
horribly outmatched.
No, we're not. Narrate me better!
You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense.
Narrator! Seriously!
She's even better at this than she was last time. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
This narrator's a dick.
With a squelch, she does just that.
Oh my god!
Everything goes dark, and you die.
She was so matter of fact. I love it. Her face was amazing.